Welcome to 2 on the 10.
Oh, we back. 2 on the 10.
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul.
I'm Mitch.
Greedy Nick.
Greedy.
Yeah, another episode. This one's going to be kind of interesting. We had some late news pop up, so, we definitely going to talk about it on the show. I think it's going to definitely ruffle a few feathers, bring up some old school stuff.
We're going to see who has the juice.
Good segue. I love it. We're not into it yet, but let's talk about the weekend, how we normally get into it.
Yes.
We got to start with Big Bird first.
Hey, but real quick, there's an APB out. Someone stole Paul's sleeves. Be on the lookout. The Velcro broke off.
I had to fucking do it. I love it. This dude always fucking come dressed to impress. I ain't mad at him now. But no, Titano, how was your weekend, man?
No, it was good. It was busy, hectic. Had to still finish up a little bit of movie, which was
Come on, bro. You still got the truck?
No, I kept
Come on.
5 days extra.
He bought it. That's his everyday driver now.
They're like, sir, would you like to finance this now?
And so, I'm gonna start with this for the weekend. So in my neighborhood by the Moose, like the little golf course neighborhood right behind the Moose, okay, I'm driving through and I see this little sandwich billboard that says Barber in the neighborhood. And it's just kind of funny because when I was moving stuff, I actually threw my clippers away. Like a half hour earlier, I threw my clippers away. I go, you know what? I mean, I'm in this new spot. I'm like, I'm not gonna like kind of, what's it called? Like, when you cut your hair sometimes I'm like, okay, I'll sweep or I'll half-ass sweep.
Yeah.
Leave a couple hairs for next time because I'm going to cut my hair in another week.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever. And
How fast your hair grow back?
like I usually got to cut it every week or a week.
Really?
Yeah, or a week and a half.
My shit grows back every 2 days.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. If I wanted to keep it like, Mr. Clean, like, it'd be every 2 days too. But I got, I kind of changed it up a little. I know people are like, what the fuck's he talking about? but no, I do change it up. And so it's kind of funny. This true story. I threw away my clippers. I go, you know what? Even though it's going to save me money.
Right.
Because, I don't really have a design barber. I have one barber downtown Gilbert that I make appointments with.
Okay.
I need appointments. I can't be at the barbershop like when I was 19 and wait around,
Right.
And especially the prices these barbers are charging nowadays for minimal work.
They hit.
No, exactly. It's like 40, 50. I remember I went to one kid just because I was at the bar next to him. Let me go get my cut. I don't really want to get it. I want to look fresh.
Right.
I go get it cut, and I'm pretty cool about it. There's 2 ways you can cut my hair. You can either just do completely bald, or you can do a fade, leave just the littlest at the top, and then work, whatever. I'm cool either way. So this kid, I go, do whatever, cool. He goes, you want a razor or you want a machine? What they call the clippers or the little electric shaver. So I go, whatever. So he just does the lazy run with the machine, which is fine. So I'm thinking that's a little different price than if you took the straight edge shave, you know what I mean?
Right.
Which it usually is.
Right.
So he just takes the machine, blah, 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 just touches up the beard real quick, line up, done. Yeah, it's going to be $60. It took like 20 minutes, $60.
Goodness gracious.
So I leave, and I still am going to tip good, but I'm never going back. So I'm out $75 for 20 minutes worth of work.
Right.
I go, at that point, I should just cut like if you said, hey, for doing minimal effort for 20 minutes, would you make $75? I'd be like, yeah, every time.
Right.
But for some reason, I didn't want to cut my hair that week.
Yeah.
So it's kind of. So anyway, long story short, I'm deciding on this stuff, but I don't want to leave like a little bit of hair particles in the bathroom, whatever else. So I'm like, let me start anew. Let me throw these clippers away. So I threw them away.
Okay.
Half hour later, I'm going in the neighborhood by the Moose. I see that sandwich shop. The sandwich board sign.
Okay.
Barber in the houses. So I pull down the neighborhood.
Right.
I'm talking to somebody. I go, hold on, I got to call you back. This guy comes out of his little barbershop in his house, connected to his house. And he goes, hey, what's up? How you doing? And so I go out to talk to him. I go, hey, what's up? I saw your sign. Come to find out the guy's been a master barber in Kansas City for 25 years.
Okay.
He moved here to help take care of his mom who's critically ill. Okay. And he's been out here. And he's been trying to find ways to bring people to his barbershop that's in the neighborhood.
Okay.
He's licensed, insured, everything, so it's legal.
Yeah, right.
And the area we're in has no HOA, so you can do whatever.
Right.
So I'm asking him, what do you charge? And I'm just going to put this out there. He says, $17.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, that's a bargain.
Yeah,
That's a
especially
bargain.
today, man. And
That's better than Great Clips prices.
Yeah, I mean, even
Barber?
myself, like when I go, if I ever, sometimes I cut my hair most of the time myself, right?
And your sleeves.
Yeah, and I cut them too. But anyway, he's stupid motherfucker. Anyway, So I go there and shit, I'm bald. Fuck, my whole face and all that shit's bald. By the time I get out of that motherfucker, it's $45.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'm like,
You know how many drinks you can buy with $45?
Shit, especially at the Moose.
Yeah, exactly. The Moose, yeah. Moose, you can drink all night. Other places, 2-3 drinks.
I tell you, man.
I'll tell you might get a drink and a water.
A Voss. But
no, so I totally understand where you're coming from. So when you hear a good price and he did a great job,
yeah, no. So okay, here's the part of the story. So we're often talking, and he goes, and then I make 3 phone calls while I'm talking to this gentleman. Because I'm, when my mind starts going, oh, this guy, I call a couple friends, hey, check this out, check this out, check this out. And he also goes, hey, I got some cards for you. Then you seem to know a lot of people. Give these cards out, first time cut, half off. So your first cut's $8.50.
okay.
And then on top of that, he shows me the 3 little stations. One even has a girl with the hairdryer thing, the water, the sink, so you can, get your hair washed through. Right. Then he has a little fridge. Oh, by the way, you can drink a beer while we're waiting, So he has beers, I mean, it has a TV in there in the little spot.
Really?
Yeah, and he takes appointments.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, every single thing I need from a barber, and he's right down the street, and he's right by the Moose. So if I have an appointment, I can go to the Moose, grab a couple.
So does he have a name to his barbershop?
Actually,
Or is it just
no.
the
But you'll like his last name. No, he has a barbershop. It's just a barbershop. His name is Anthony Shields.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
No relation.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You could have a DNA paternity test, whatever.
Yeah, we might do that on the next show. You are not the father.
So yeah, and then okay, just true full disclosure. So we're talking, and he's telling me, man, this is crazy. I just was thinking to myself, because my wife, because I got a beautiful wife, and she walked out real cool. And she, what's it called? She was on her way to work. She's a nurse. Because my wife's younger than me. She's like 35. So she's a nurse. She's successful. She hangs out with all her beautiful friends. They have drinks afterwards. Right. And I feel like, I'm going to be honest, man. I've just been bummed lately. Been taking, making sure my mom's okay. So, I haven't have time to market. And how do I market in the neighborhood, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he goes, so I'm just thinking, I need to I'm thinking this earlier today. I need to market. How do I get a break? How can I get a break to get this? Otherwise, I got to go back to a regular job, Right. And I'd rather, it's my passion, my craft, and I'm very good at it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it's crazy. You come along, you're like, oh, let me call 3-4 people. I know hella people. I'm going to do this. I'm going to post.
Yeah.
And he goes, man, I'm a spiritual guy. He goes, don't take this wrong way, but I think you were putting my life right for this moment.
Yeah.
And he goes, and I'm so thankful because you've just lifted my spirits. He goes, I was so down in the dumps. I was just bummed about stuff. And he goes, and then all of a sudden, here you come in. Your energy's amazing. You were just excited about this. And you're like, I'm going to tell this. And so it was pretty awesome experience just on that. You know me, I love helping mom and pops, especially if you're good, especially if you work hard, especially if you're talented and people don't know your name. Oh yeah, I'm going to try and get you out there. So I started posting, told a lot of people. Okay. And then all of a sudden, I booked an appointment for this last Saturday. Me and Chris, he cuts girls' hair too. Okay. Same price. Unheard of. Now, he won't do color or anything, but he knows the stuff. Yeah. So we walk in, we're chilling. We each have a beer, we're just talking. Super cool dude. We'll talk your ear off, but in a good way, so good conversation. Oh, by the way, he's also a conspiracy theorist.
Right. Oh, so y'all got along.
Yeah, no, we got along well.
Kindred spirits.
And let me tell you, he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. And then so he cuts my hair first, right. And, he had a suggestion for it. He was, no, I don't want to take it all off the top. Let's just do this, and let's just do a little fade on the side, and then lines up the beard, and just, it was money, man, right. Money. And then he does Chris's hair, and he goes, okay, I'm just going to do this here. I'm not going to take anything off the bottom, but I'm going to layer it, whatever. And she loved it because she's been having trouble finding a consistent, a place to get cut. Gotcha. It's either girls, it's either too expensive, and they're snotty, and then or they don't know what the hell they're doing, and you risk looking,
right.
Look like if you, hey, there ain't too much you can do to mess up my hair. And I mean, to be honest with you, that I can't take a clipper and fix, just take it off. So, but he killed it for both of us. We're in and out in like 40 minutes total, 50 for both of us. So we're going to the Moose. Moose has a patio party, and they were doing oysters. They were smoking oysters.
Oh shit!
And they were doing gumbo. Okay. Jambalaya. Jambalaya and gumbo. And
both, or
on the patio. And so I go, hey, if you get a chance, come on over. Nick, you actually showed up. So and he showed up. And he said, this is amazing over here. He didn't know because I go, you can get a lot of business over here. Yeah. So I already passed his card out to everybody there. Okay. Put it on the wall, told a lot of people, including the bartenders because they talk, Okay. And so he was going to be a member over there. I introduced him to some people. Nick, you actually met him. Yeah. And come to find out, we started talking. I didn't realize this, but he's actually done a lot of studying and been on like a few podcasts, a few publications, and was almost featured in like some documentary for Bigfoot. He was like a Bigfoot historian.
Okay, gotcha.
And Nick, real quick, jump in with your experience with him, real quick.
Yeah, no, he was a super cool guy, super nice, friendly. Just yeah, I'm actually gonna get my hair done there. I'm like, it's cheaper. Like I said, it's cheaper than going to Great Clips. And my hair, I don't give it. My hair is quick to do. Just trim it up and go. So I've always just done the quick and easy way. So I could just book an appointment over there and be like, hey, Mitch, I'm going to get my hair cut done at 1. I'll meet you at the Moose at 2. It works out perfect. So
Exactly. It's better. It's a kind of a great situation. So let me get off the segment. But we started talking about the podcast, and he was like, yeah, I'm totally down to come on the podcast. Pause. And so, what's it called? I think that'd be a good look, especially we can talk, Bigfoot stuff, conspiracy, small businesses, all sorts of stuff. So, so that was.
You see how as soon as he said the C word, he lit up. Hey, boy.
So that was part of it. Let me think. What else? Over the weekend, Moose Patio, just chilling.
You got food spots?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I'm starting to forget some of my food spots, but I do have a couple. First, there was. Just the other day, there's a spot on Stapley and Baseline, California Fish Grill.
Okay.
Legit. If you like fish, if you like shrimp, their seasonings are amazing, and it's like a fast casual.
Okay.
So you walk in, you actually punch your own stuff in on the computer screen. They give you your cup. You sit down. They call your food. Again, so it's not. But I tell you what, super restaurant quality fish and food, but without all the waiter and extra. And so they had a special right now: swai fish and shrimp, and then you get 2 sides for $12.99.
Okay.
Amazing.
There you go.
Hey, put this way, if you want to, or you could do put this way. I saw on there the pricing. They had sea bass for $15.99, and then if you want to add those shrimp skewers, it's $3.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go over there. I love me some sea bass.
So yeah, definitely check it out, and that's over on Stapley and Baseline in that little. It's right across the street from the hub, right across the street.
Okay, gotcha.
On the other side.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
So
about.
definitely check that place out for sure. The other 2 spots, I did 2 other spots this week. Actually took my mom. She had to do her taxes, so she's like, "Can you take me to do taxes?" So I took her to the spot, and right across the street was my Alessia's Italian restaurant. Ooh. So I popped in because my mom's taxes were going to take about an hour. I popped in, sat at the bar, had a glass of wine, had my chicken parm over there.
Was it good?
Oh, amazing! You guys got to check that out too. One of the best Italian spots in the valley, and definitely the best in Mesa, in my opinion.
All right.
So Alessia's, and then actually. Last night, my boy Matt Garrido, he's a fan of the show. You met him before in Vallejo. I used to play ball with him in Vallejo. Anyway, him and his wifey. Well, first of all, he hits me up on Sunday. Hey, how are the resorts right now? The weather's terrible in Vacaville and in Northern California. It's raining, it's gloomy and shit. We want to get the hell out of here. Right. He goes, how are the Scottsdale resorts? I go, they're baller, but this is probably the worst time price-wise to come out here.
Yeah.
He goes, what do you suggest? So I gave him a couple things, but I'm not going to give you.
He's got about 2 more months before that shit just gets cheap as shit.
Exactly, and I told him that and so anyway, he was looking at a few spots, and I didn't send him the JW. I didn't send him I didn't send him all the crazy stuff, the Gainey Ranch or nothing like that, Princess. And I sent him a few things just in different areas because the prices are ridiculous right now.
Right.
He ends up going, I booked the Omni, whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
And he loved the Omni. I mean, I think he told me that shit ran like $500 a night,
Just for the Omni.
Just for the Omni, yeah.
Okay.
And then he went, he had a few different, I gave him a couple food spots. I think he stayed at the Omni for dinner one night. Right. And he said, last night, he goes, man, you got to meet me out real quick, So he booked over at Elements of Sanctuary.
Okay, okay.
And so I'd been there one time before.
First of all, First of all, I got to tell you, the views up there, if you ever want to go on like a romantic date with your chick, take her up to the Elements. It's like, it overlooks the city. It is
amazing.
It is beautiful. I mean, panoramic views are just
of the whole city.
Incredible. But, I'll let you speak on the food.
And well, we talked about, because I go, one time I was there before, I was at the bar, got super faded, ordered a steak. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't that impressed. This was also 10 years ago.
Yeah, shit. Mine was, last time I was there was probably 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was, because that's why I don't go up there anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to Sanctuary, maybe get a massage or something like that.
Yeah.
I sent my girl over there and stuff like that, and just trying to do something special. I'm trying to tell you that place over there is dope.
If
you ain't never been to St.
real estate is worth the price.
Yeah, exactly. You got to
Be
go over there.
prepared. You got to valet. You got to valet your car.
But definitely, I mean, like I say, it's worth it. But last time I was over there, you know, I'm a big steak guy, so of course I ordered fucking New York and something like that, and it was shit.
Okay.
Well, not shit, but it wasn't good.
Well, it wasn't. Well, put this way, you have with the scenery, with the prices, with the area, you have lofty expectations.
Yes, exactly.
I think we put it correctly when we were talking about it. We're like, you could have probably got the same steak, and this sounds bougie, but you could probably get the same at Fleming's. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and a strip.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
just Fleming's, just the Omni. These bougie motherfuckers on the podcast. He only stayed at the Omni.
No. And so what's it called? So I ordered the ribeye, 16-ounce ribeye, right?
Okay.
And it was a Argentinian ribeye, Argentinian. I'm known in that in a couple places now. They use Argentinian beef, right? You know, It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, Argentinian beef is. You know where I had the best Argentinian steak?
In Argentina?
Nope. In Italy.
Okay. Well, close. I was close.
Fire there. Goodness shit. It was so good.
So
Florence.
steak was amazing. A couple other things. The appetizers, the shiitake peppers. I'm not a peppers person.
Yeah.
Freaking phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal. And it's funny because it's like playing pepper roulette because one of them is super hot and then the others are sweet and spicy.
Right.
Oh, it was amazing though. Amazing.
Did you find the hot one?
I did actually, but I wasn't tripping. My palate's getting defined.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay.
So,
all right.
but it was good. Also, their mac and cheese was money.
Okay.
Rich, but money.
Okay.
It was.
All right. Well, maybe I'll have to go back. You know what? Maybe I'll go back up there.
Definitely give it a shot. But
You know what? I'll do a little date night with my girl. You know what? When I'm trying to score them, good brownie points,
The other
I'll
thing-
take her up there.
definitely, one of you guys get the steak, the Argentine, and the other one get the Japanese scallops.
Scallops.
I didn't get them, but they said that we were amazing.
All right.
And then take pictures and bring your drinks to the patio. The panoramic views definitely worth at least checking out. So again, shout out my boy Matt Greedo, and very nice to meet his wife. We're definitely going to have a link up, do a couple things, maybe even all of us, next time they're back. Because they loved Scottsdale. They're like, man, they're like, we might wait for the market to come down a little and then jump out here.
Yeah.
And so,
This market ain't gonna come down, bro. I was about to skyrocket here. Men ain't gonna lie to you.
and one last thing I thought was pretty cool. He was like, hey, because he watches the podcast. He goes, I just want to say, man, me and my wife, we started doing what you do. We do the staycation and we keep our room keys.
There you go.
And we're going to start doing something, with them afterwards, the memories. And he goes, but my wife writes the dates and stuff on
Oh, that's dope.
so you can look back on it. So
It should probably make it like a collage.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
collage
saying?
or,
like a thing I was thinking about because a friend of mine does it is getting a map of the world and pinning every place that you've been to in the fucking world.
Okay.
Just to see like how many pins you can put up on the world.
Nick's going to have like 1,000 in Chandler.
I was going to say you can have 1,000 in East Mesa.
Okay, hey, touche.
That's funny.
But so that was I guess that sums. Oh, and then one last thing, I had to go check out my boy Eddie's new spot in Scottsdale, born and bred. We all went to the one in Chandler, killed it. They closed at 11 o'clock, so I pulled up about 10:30 and had to have that amazing, the best, what's it called?
Espresso martini.
Espresso martini. It's a little different, but it's the best. Like it's one of my favorite drinks. Period at a bar. So I had to pop in, have a quick drink. Eddie wasn't there, but had to always support. Definitely going to go back for the food soon. But he just, he's the GM at that Scottsdale location too.
Dope, man. Dope.
That was my weekend.
Dope. Hey, Grady,
Yeah.
how was your weekend, man?
I went to the casino, lost some money.
You lost.
You lost, yeah. You might have won. I introduced Paul to the game I like to play, Ultimate Texas Hold'em.
I thought it was Cracker Jerk.
No.
No, it's a fun table game.
I just thought about this. So my girl's out of town this weekend.
Yeah.
We should go again. Friday or Saturday night.
Back to the casino? Yeah, I could probably do that.
All right.
I got to check the bank, make sure the funds are there. I got
Check it-
sometimes I got to transfer from the checking to my savings.
This is 3 days.
It's a little bit of a process, but maybe if I get it started now, I might be able to be ready for a Friday or Saturday night. So,
Okay.
but yeah, went to the casino, lost some money. I'll let you talk about the other thing that you did, so I'm not going to bring that up because I was part of that. But
I should get arrested for that.
didn't actually partake in the event. And then, just woke up Monday morning, Sunday
about
night,
noon?
Monday morning, fucking dizzy as fuck again, man.
Really?
Vertigo came back
Vertigo.
and just been battling all week, just trying to get through the day because
Wonder if it had anything to do with the eclipse.
I don't know. But yeah, I woke up and I've been dizzy since Monday morning. So
I got you.
just crazy,
sucks,
just
man.
nauseous and and yeah, just not having fun. So, but other than that, decent weekend. Had fun. Casino was fun, other than losing, but it was a good time. I never complained about that. So
Definitely, man.
that was about it.
Yeah, but no, this weekend was cool. My daughter came in town this weekend, so she came in from L.A.
Baby J?
Yeah, baby J definitely came in town. It's so funny. She got offered to, she's auditioning right now to go on Love Island.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Hold on, that's
all right, you know what I'm saying? It's good for her, you know what I'm saying? It'd be cool. It'd be a good ego booster. It's reality TV show, you know what I'm saying? But it's big, you know what I'm saying? And if she gets it and she can make something happen, more power to her. So I'm excited about that. But no, we went. It was Friday, and so it was date night. Took my girl out for a date night, and they just opened up this place. I kept driving by it on the 202 over here by the house, and I couldn't figure out what it was until we talked about it. Yeah. And the place called Andretti's. Okay. So Mario Andretti, I guess maybe the franchise his name, but it's indoor kart racing.
Oh shit! Okay.
But it also has VR, like video games, all kind of games where
bowling, laser tag.
So it's kind of like main event mashed together with go kart racing. If you think about it like that.
Can you drink?
Yeah, you can drink too. You got a full bar.
Do they test you when you drive?
No.
That's awesome.
No, you can go in there fucked up if you wanted to drive them cars. They just take you at the bar.
The cars are dope too. They're electric, so they're fucking.
It's electric.
Fast.
Yeah. So they go around pretty fast. If you fuck up, then they'll stop the car and stuff like that. But
So you can seriously drink and they're not tripping?
no,
Oh, here it comes.
yeah. I had a massive headache after it, but I just think the helmet was fucking too tight. I wear a small. You wear a what?
I wear a helmet that fits like a smart motherfucker.
You wear a triple. You quadruple X.
I wear a helmet that fits and I wear sleeves.
And this episode is brought to you by Sesame Street. I love it. Anyway, let's go.
And the number 2, as in 2 missing sleeves.
I love it, man. I love it. Oh my God.
Hey, you could
yes, we are friends.
Hey, yeah, you could have been at the poker table. I've got a trick up my sleeve. No, you don't.
Nothing up my sleeves.
Oh my gosh, I gotta stop anyway. But no, so we did that, and then the night we off, Nick actually told me about it. So I told him we were going up there, and him and Ariel actually met us up there.
What?
So it was dope. We all sat there.
How many times did Ariel crash?
No, she didn't. They didn't end up racing. They got there
too late.
Yeah, they got there too late. They just had some drinks with us. Nick tried to win her. She wanted to
You playing the claw game again?
Yes.
Oh, this dude's so played out. The claw game. Hey, baby, let me show you how I won one in 1922 with the claw.
The thing was, the claw was. It's like it wouldn't close all the way. It was like it was definitely going to just. But you said you think the camera where it will, like after a while, it will clamp hard, right?
It also knows how much money's going into the game, so they know they're making their money's worth on the. They're not just going to let everybody win a stuffed animal, because then they'd go out of business quick. Yeah. Especially that claw would had the big huge stuffed animals.
Yeah.
They don't want to give those up easy, so they can program all that shit. Kind of like the Keymaster game that used to be around a lot.
Gotcha.
We had to put the key in a turn, and then you win the shoes or the whatever it is.
All I gotta say is that was like printing money back in the day.
That's all programmed.
What's that?
Program. Keymaster.
Oh, there's something that sounds like some Vallejo shit.
Vallejo shit is called smash and grab.
Yeah, but no. But then we
Smash and grab master.
my buddy Jason, he showed up there too, and we decided to go to casino. There's this new casino. And
Imagine that.
it's been open for a whole year, and it's 5 minutes from the house. Didn't even fucking know.
The one in Gilbert?
Yeah, the one in Gilbert. It's like 5 minutes from the house, and didn't even know it. Mm-hmm. So we went over there, and it's a beautiful casino, absolutely beautiful casino. And then the girl that was working there, she actually used to work at Fox and at Peril. She was a bartender over there. I believe her name is Julie, the old blonde-headed girl. You know her.
Yeah.
Yes, you know. Yeah. You know.
She used to be around at Fox when Joe used to go there.
Yeah. So anyway, she works over there. She poured us some drinks, stuff like that, and then we were just walking around. I was going to play craps because actually the table looked like it was hot. I just, it's just hard to get on coming in as that new guy coming on a hot table. And then you go in there and get in there, and then
everybody looks at you funny.
Thinks you fucked
Like,
up the
this dude got no sleeves on.
How am I supposed to throw these dice looking at those arms?
Shit, at least I had let everybody know. Big Bird in the house.
Hey, Mitch is wearing that shirt on behalf of the sun this week.
He was like, in honor of the eclipse.
Exactly.
Hey, we're going to reenact the eclipse. Mitch is going to stand up and Paul's going to walk in front of him.
He's going to get dark.
Whoa, we ain't even got to the OJ slap.
I know. People are already getting slashed. Whoa.
Like false sleeves.
We're slashing prices and sleeves.
This guy's like, get him off. We don't have to talk about Pickle Park. But anyway.
They call that the Simpson shirt.
Oh, wow.
Everything is slashed.
Wow, okay. Now. Slow down now. Slow down.
For my next trick, I'm going to make my sleeves disappear.
Ooh-wee. Anyway, Big Bird's got talking shit. Anyway, so let's just fast forward this weekend because we're a little bit off the rails there.
Yeah.
Time's flying. So anyway,
just for the record,
yeah.
People listening are like, I just listened to 26 minutes of bullshit. And we appreciate it.
This segment of the podcast brought to you by Sleeves.
Don't leave home without them.
Oh my gosh, bro! I'm telling you, you guys are crazy as fuck. Anyway, I'm just gonna cut through the fuck.
Cut my sleeves off again.
Fuck the rest of this weekend. Anyway, I got fucked up on Saturday. Definitely down in Old Town with my daughter.
Where'd you guys go? Riot House?
No. So for Sunday, she wanted to do a ratchet ass club, so we went to Pretty Please. And that shit was so fucking packed. I'm like, fuck this shit. I had to get out of there. So I had a table over at Hefe. So we walked over to Hefe, but I left over at Pretty Please. I said, fuck this. We sat there. We only had 2 hours left because we got down there kind of late. Bro, we mashed this whole bottle in 2 hours. It was 5 of us. This shit was crazy shit. I was so, woo.
There could have been 7 of us.
Yeah.
Thought if my phone would have been working.
You wasn't going out. Was definitely not having that. But anyway, speaking of not having anything, we kept talking about slashing shit, sleeves, and, all type of shit. OJ Simpson died, man. And so, and nobody knew he was sick,
Not.
They knew, but not to the extent.
Yeah, right.
There's been rumors for a while. There was actually a story that came out before Easter that he was in hospice, and he actually came out like on Easter Sunday. And it's like, I'm doing well. I'm thinking I'm about over it. I'll be back on the golf course in no time.
Gotcha.
And
then he ended up dying.
Yep.
So he died. Anybody know what kind of cancer he died of?
Prostate cancer, I believe.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
Wow. That shit. Yeah, if you don't catch that shit quick, it'll fucking eat you up. Definitely. But yeah, he died at 74 this morning. And what was kind of interesting, man, and I was very curious to see how. First of all, I want to say I'm very impressed by ESPN because I wanted to see how they were going to cover the story. Regardless on what you think about OJ Simpson, he was one of the greatest running backs of all time.
One of the greatest athletes of all time in American history.
Yeah. Him and Jim Brown is the reason why I wore 32 in college, in high school and in college. Crazy, probably, arguably the best running back for the Buffalo Bills ever, behind, I wouldn't even say Thurman Thomas would probably be behind him if I had to think about it. But I didn't know he played for the 49ers too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? In his later years.
And what's funny is he went to college, San Francisco City College at first.
Oh, really?
Before
Okay,
USC.
gotcha.
So yeah, so he went. He used to live. In fact, I saw a video with him talking to Cameron about how he's from the projects in San Francisco, and how he didn't take no shit.
Okay, gotcha. I understand that. So, but I was, like I said, going back to, I was impressed by ESPN because they made it a sports story. They kind of, they touched on, what happened in the later years, but they also, first of all, addressed that he was arguably, I would say, top 50, maybe top 25 greatest NFL players ever come through the NFL, you would say? I mean, at least top 50.
Yeah, I would say top 50. And don't get me wrong, a lot of the hype for him was early in his career, the USC, coming out of USC.
But what he used to do, I mean, okay, here's a stat. Here's a stat that people don't realize. He was the first running back to ever run for 2,000 yards.
Yeah.
First one
that
ever.
was,
And guess
right?
what? And guess what? Before even they had 16 games.
Yeah.
You know why that was, though, right?
What's that?
Because he was super fast and he had amazing cuts.
See, no, see.
No.
Go work on that one. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, work on that. Boom. Yeah, that one didn't go over. Work on that one with John.
I'm workshopping.
It worked. Yeah. Spitball that one.
We'll have the editor edit this out.
But no. I mean, first person to ever run for 2,000 yards. He did it in less games than anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That technically should be the record. I mean,
Yeah, technically it should be the record, right? I mean, you run for 2,000 yards in less time than everybody else has to do it?
Yeah.
Come on now.
And then
Never been done?
they put more games in the schedule, and now
Yep.
the
Of
record's
course.
broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I get it for sure. And then, I mean, he's also one of the first mega athletes that broke he was like an American sweetheart, not trying to be funny. I mean, like with the Avis, or was it Avis?
Avis commercial? Yeah, he did the Avis commercial.
No, it's Hertz, wasn't it?
Hertz commercial. Yeah, Hertz.
I remember he'd always trying to, jump the air, like running in the airport, jumping the bench or whatever. And then he obviously was in a few movies, including the one I always remember was Airplane.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun, that's true. That's true. Always in,
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that aside from, what we're going to talk about next, I'm glad that they did that and they separated, the latter part of his years from him being an athlete because ESPN is supposed to be a sports network. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's like MTV's supposed to play music videos.
Yeah, so they don't. Exactly.
You're
but
right,
like I said, politics.
It's good to see that.
Politics and other stuff has creeped in us, and I was impressed by them doing it.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about the other side. Of OJ Simpson. Of course, he was accused of killing his wife and Ron Goldman. It was back in the 90s.
And can we first of all, real quick, I just want to jump in. Rest in peace to his wife. Was it
Nicole Brown Simpson?
Nicole Brown Simpson, and to Ron Goldman.
Yeah,
You know what gets
here's the thing. What's going to be addressed, talked about on the show here next. It is no way to minimize what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say that before, so people, you insensitive bastard and all those.
exactly.
I just want to say, listen, they died.
Yeah.
That
Someone murdered him.
Someone murdered him.
Grotesque manner, and it doesn't help the family. Here's the part that even when I was younger, I was insensitive to the fact that they lost. I mean, I know it sounds so easy to think about, but they like Mr. Goldman lost his son, and obviously the Brown family lost a daughter, and they're the butt of jokes. And then the people, like a lot of people, and it doesn't even matter what race, color, or creed, but a lot of people that were backing OJ, I felt were backing him without the sensitivity to the people that were lost.
Yeah, no, and okay, so I take myself, and this is kind of where I want to start.
Yeah.
Take yourself back to the OJ trial, right? Okay, and think about where you were during that. I know I was in college at the time, okay, and we talked about this before we came on the show about how that was a 24-hour news cycle. His trial was on TV.
Even before that, when the murders first.
Can I say this? I know exactly where I was at. I was at my boy Nick Pavlidis in Vallejo, who's now with an NFL Sirius Radio, right? I was at his house. We were watching the NBA Finals, and we were watching the Battle of the Big Men, Hakeem Olajuwon versus Patrick Ewing. And during the game, they start going to the Bronco chase in the middle of the game. Right. In the middle of the NBA Finals, New York versus Houston, Ewing versus Olajuwon.
Right.
They have the little screen, and they just have a Bronco going down the street. And we're like, what the hell is this? I mean, we're all freaking out trying to, figure it out, you know? And so, I just wanted to add that real quick. I knew exactly where I was. We'll always remember that,
Yeah, I mean, the Bronco chase is one of like infamous things. I actually had a Ford Bronco in my first year of college. It was crazy. It wasn't white, but I had a blue one, same exact one, but it was crazy.
If you had that now, you know what they'd be worth?
I know. Shit, I wish I'd have kept that damn thing. But anyway, just thinking about, that time and era, how that was, that it captivated you. It showed, to me, it was showing the division of where the country was,
of course,
as far as like racially.
Well, we had just came off of Rodney King, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. We just came off Rodney King. Racial tensions were high for sure,
especially in Southern California.
Yeah, and then we have this, okay, and so man, I mean, in college, even though I was in college, I watched this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Even when I wasn't at practice, I'd come home, I'd turn on the TV. I want to find out what's going on. Like,
and just the characters from that show.
Oh, the characters that you had. You had Kato Kalin,
Judge Ito.
Yeah, Judge Ito. Then you had
Johnny Cochran.
Johnny
Cochran.
Cochran.
Then
Obviously, before the name got famous, Robert
Robert
Kardashian.
Yeah, Robert Kardashian was on that thing.
And I'm sorry, this ain't happening by accident. How that family got into power.
Yeah, but OJ did. He went out and got the legal dream team. He did. But then on the other side, they had some of the best prosecutors that were out there. You know what I'm saying?
Marsha Clark.
I forget the black dude's name.
Durden is last.
Durden. Yeah, maybe
Chris Durden.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
Durden.
it might have been something like that.
So this was like captivating. This was like reality TV before reality TV got huge.
It was really the best and worst of news media, and it actually changed news media, I think, for the worse.
Yep.
It became a sensationalized things, not really focusing on the story, hyping up every rumor and situation, and really having being able to broadcast or tell things without having any factual information behind it.
Yep.
To sell people to get people to watch.
Right. Okay. So let's fast forward. Trial comes. Do you remember where you were on the day of the verdict?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Yeah.
I was in spring break in Long Beach, but we had just gone to Tijuana, and so we were staying at like some older brothers, like my boy who was at Long Beach State. He was from Vallejo, so I went down to meet him. I became friends with all his roommates down there. They were from Chula Vista. They had older brothers. They were like their older brother. They were all surfer dudes, so it's kind of funny, and they were cool as fuck though.
Right.
And they were like the Patrick Swayze's wearing the pullover. I can't even remember that style in the early '90s. The Point Break, little pullover Mexican,
Yeah. You talking about
the ponchos and stuff.
Yeah,
That was their style. I think I mentioned them on the podcast before. They went to school with AC Slater. What's his name from? What's the dude's name from E Entertainment now? From Saved by the Bell. Mario Lopez. Yeah, they went to school with him. Said he was a dope ass wrestler in Chula Vista High or whatever it was. Okay. Anyway, they had a condo right before the border, so we're out there, we're partying or whatever. We're coming back, and I'm sitting there going, "Oh, they're going to do the verdict at like noon or 1. I got to get the fuck out of LA,
right?
Because I'm driving up to Northern California. And I think if it doesn't go right, they're
gonna burn down LA.
Yeah. Like everybody's waiting. They're waiting. People were just out there waiting to have not all people, but I'm just saying, like, to start getting more pairs of Nikes to break down windows and shit. I'm saying it was just rob and burn, and again, I know protest, of course, but it was a different era. We saw it with the, Rodney King, the Reginald Denny pulled a dude out of the truck, hit him in the head with the brick, and dance and stuff.
Yeah.
It was crazy times, and I was like, man, I gotta get the fuck out of, I gotta drive. From Chula Vista to LA is about 2 hours.
Yeah.
I was jamming in my little Acura Integra, getting that to get to Northern California, and obviously to get to the Bay Area to go out to the club that night. But anyway,
no,
I know where I was at.
You know where you're at?
Yeah, I was at home.
Were you?
Yeah, I knew the verdict was coming, so I was glued to the TV waiting to see what happened.
So I had school that day. So we have this big old cafeteria where we used to fucking play spades in and eat and stuff like that. And they had a big ass screen TV in there. And I remember to this day, the cafeteria, it was weird. It was split. It was like it was like black and Hispanic on one side, white folks was on the other. It was weird. Like I've never seen, you see it all the time, but it was the first time that I've ever. I mean, I've experienced racism in my life, but it was the first time I've ever seen it like witness myself divided out in the open. You know what I'm saying? It was just split on one side, and they announced the verdict. Announced his whole government name, and they said not guilty. Half the room fucking exploded. Half the room was like, fuck no, was pissed off. And I was excited. I was excited. I was rooting for OJ. I mean, it was just, you were talking about sensationalizing the whole court experience. You got so invested in this thing. They had drawn it out for like 6 to 8 weeks, and you got so invested in that you picked a side. I mean, it was you were hearing the evidence, you were picking the sides. The glove doesn't fit. You must have quit. It was a whole game of things where I couldn't wrap my head around. I couldn't wrap my head around is how do you, if you're going to chop up people like that, if you've ever seen pictures of the actual crime scene, there's blood everywhere. It's a horror movie. It's a horror movie, right?
Horror movie, yeah.
But in the Bronco, they find 3 droplets of blood.
Yeah.
Okay, they find 1 bloody glove behind the house, and then they find 3 droplets of blood in it. Bro, hold it. First of all, this is where, like I said, I'm not trying to be insensitive because people died here, okay? Yeah. But I want people to think too, okay? If someone comes up to my house, right, and both me and my girl answer the door, and it's her ex-husband, right?
He don't know where you live, does he? I gotta get out of here.
My thing is, even if he goes to stab her, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna sit there and just sit there and watch her get slashed up, and then say, yeah. After you're done with her, come to me.
And supposedly, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Goldman like he was pretty good in karate?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
not saying that.
No, but here's my thing. Yeah. If I even see him lunge at my girl, I'm rushing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're having a struggle.
Yeah, it's not just chop one person.
I'm not gonna sit there and watch you chop my girl up and say, okay, when you're done with her, we'll go at it. Yeah. It is no way. That's first of all. I had a hard time swallowing. Okay.
Yeah. Pause.
Yep. Second is if you're running into your car right after you just commit a double homicide, right?
Yeah.
You gonna have blood
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all over your. It's gonna be all over your body. You can be dripping blood. You're gonna have footprints.
Yeah.
All in you. You ain't gonna be able to drive the car, drive the Bronco.
Agreed. You would have to burn your clothes.
Yeah.
And supposedly it was in Bruno Mali dress shoes.
Dress shoes. Okay, so you have to get in the car to drive the Bronco, right?
Yeah.
So here's my thing is. You telling me out of all that 3 droplets of blood where it was in, after all that blood, you only found 3 droplets. You didn't find nothing on the seat. You didn't find nothing on the steering wheel. You didn't find nothing on the gas pedal, the brake. Get the fuck out of here, man. Listen, unless this dude sat there after he killed these people, went off, took off all his clothes, bleached off,
burned everything.
Yeah, burned everything. Then took the hose, washed his ass down all the way, and then drove the fuck home. It is no way possible. Now I have some theories of what went down. I definitely have some theories.
Hey, have you read his book though?
Here's the thing. I think he did, and this is I know if I did it, if I did it, stuff like that.
Did you ever see the interview where he talks about it? And he's like, he basically talks about like he's reenacting it where he's saying it. And he says, yeah, I went in there and he said he was with a friend or something and they came up on him and it got an argument and then got physical and then he slashed on and did the other. Well, that hypothetically, of course, but he's like describing what happened on it.
Right.
And then it's like, but hypothetically. So if you've never seen that interview, it's online so you can find it. Watch that interview. It's crazy because, and he's like kind of half laughing about it, but he's describing exactly what happened, allegedly.
Here's my thing. And they said, OJ was a very strong individual, right?
Yeah.
don't give a fuck how strong you are. It is no way one man is going to sit there and be able to kill two people at the same.
Now, could he have taken out the guy first, and then the girl, runs to him, and goes, get off him, in emotion.
So he takes out. Well, let's play that. Let's play that. All right. So he goes at Ron first, right?
Yeah.
And starts slashing.
And there were kind of cuts on his arms because I think.
Defensive cuts. Yeah, right. So he goes at Ron first, right?
Yep.
So you're saying she was showing shock, she was frozen, she just watched that some bitch get cut up because it wasn't like 2 or 3 slashes. The dude got the motherfucker got slashed to death.
Yeah.
And then she went up. And that's another thing. They both got killed in the front of the house, like in the front doorway.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she saw and ran. Like he wasn't at the doorway and she got killed in the house.
Yeah.
People go back and check all this stuff. That's what I'm saying. It's like I didn't go back and check all that stuff.
To be quite honest, none of it makes sense.
Because that's what I'm saying. There's none of it. Here's my theory, and then I'll let you guys talk.
Okay.
Here's my theory, and this is just what I heard. And like I said, just being connected to a couple folks that supposedly was in the know. She owed a lot of money. She had a bad cocaine habit. She owed a lot of money to a lot of bad dudes, right?
Mobsters, right?
Yes. They went to OJ and said, you need to pay this bill. And he said, fuck that bitch. I'm not paying her bill.
Yeah.
That's on her. It was like, well, she's going to get hurt if you don't pay. He was like, I don't care. She's no longer my wife.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, is that how you feel? And stuff like that. And then they ended up doing what they did. And what I believe, the police couldn't pin enough. Like they had to pin this. There was such a gruesome murder in a upscale neighborhood. They had to pin on because the first person that you in any like domestic violence or killing of a wife.
No partner.
Yeah. It's always there. It's either the husband or the wife. They always look at
There's
first.
reports of beatings or
Yeah. But that's what they look at first. Mm-hmm. And I really think they couldn't physically put OJ at the scene. So I believe what LA Police Department did, what they did in that time, because they've known to do it. Mark Furman was known to do it. Mm-hmm. I think they started playing the evidence. You start putting little droplets of blood here. You start taking the bloody glove from the crime scene, throw it in the back of his house, stuff like that. It was just, like I said, it was no way. You take his shoes, because he had a rack of, designer and Titan shoes. You take one of his shoes, take it back to the crime scene, and the blood, you put it back up on the shelf.
Here's what didn't make sense to me. If you just committed this crime, why do you throw the bloody glove in an alleyway behind your guest house? Why wouldn't you dispose of it like you allegedly disposed of all the bloody clothes?
Yeah.
Why would you just take one glove and just happen to throw it back where people are going to find it?
Right.
It's not like he buried it or it was like someone threw it over the fence.
Yeah.
So that's the part that never made sense to me. I mean, I can pinpoint, okay, maybe he didn't drive the Bronco there. Maybe someone else was with him. They drove. They all the blood and stuff was in their car, but they never looked into that person because that person wasn't necessarily even on the radar. Mm-hmm. OJ dumped all his bloody clothes there, but still had a little remnants when he got back to that guy's house where the Bronco was and drove home. So he still got a little bit of blood, but it still doesn't. Then he took the glove off and threw it in his, like, a lot of it just doesn't make sense. Right. And I remember watching the trial, and the one thing that his defense team did well, that is where I think the prosecution lost, is it wasn't about the crime anymore. It was about, the LAPD and how crooked they were at the time. Right. It was about, trying to take down another successful black man, you'd say. It was everything except for the crime itself. Right. Is what they touched on and what they focused on. And I think people lost in all that forgot, well, yeah, there was 2 people that were brutally murdered.
And that's what I'm saying. And then we also can't forget, there were 12 jurors. So there were 12 people that said he didn't do it. It wasn't 1, it wasn't 2, it wasn't 5, it was 12 people that said this man didn't do this murder. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying is, And like today, we talked about a little bit. We talking about. I've seen posts from people like, "Oh, good riddance," another.
Caitlyn Jenner. Which that's ironic in itself.
Exactly. Here's what I'm saying to you is, the dude was acquitted of murder. Here's what I'm saying: if you were accused of murder, and you went to trial, and you were acquitted, are you a murderer?
No, technically not.
But civilly, he was found guilty. So
I mean, civilly, you don't have to. It's not beyond a reasonable doubt in a civil trial. It's civil trials are terrible because it's speculation. You could speculate that something happened and get fucking awarded civilly. You know what I'm saying? I can convince you. I can say, you know what?
Mitch cut off my sleeves before the show, and I want some money for it. I'm gonna need to buy a new.
It was all fucking Mitch. What? Prove it. My sleeves cut off, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I can say, Mitch can say I painted his shirt, but I forced you to come on as big word.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. But you get what I'm saying, man?
Yeah. No.
So all I'm saying is, I want people to, that's what I'm saying is, I think
everybody got caught in the moment.
Everybody got caught up in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is facts are facts. You know what I'm saying?
Can we take a quick step, because we've seen this playbook, and again, I'm saying playbook not being insensitive, but could this have been a psyop back then, and we just didn't know it because we didn't have internet and we didn't have other stuff, and we trusted the government a little bit more and the world we lived in a little bit more because we weren't naive to it?
Right.
Could this have, don't get me wrong, this does not take anything away from racist cops and all this other stuff that goes on in crooked cops. There's also good cops out there. Right. But again, there's always that story of the odds. There's people that won't like any cops, and there's cops that don't, like there's always that balance. You got to keep people at odds. And could this have been the start of it, to where these feelings, they've always been around, but they entice these feelings to keep the separation, and then the separation keeps going to where we were at with the political race. Oh, you got a MAGA hat. Okay, you're this, no matter what. And you voted for Obama. You're this.
Right.
But the other thing I always wonder too is, because that was such a big story, what was going on behind the scenes, either with the government or politically, that they didn't want us to know about. So they shoved OJ down our throats.
And again, we didn't have the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not in the way we do now.
Yeah, and I was probably too young to know what was going on in the government or politically at that time. So was there something else that let's push this out so we can bury this?
I still thought the government was really war on drugs and just say no. So when you realize the monster you're up against, is anything off the table, really? No.
No, I'm just saying, later on he was convicted. He was convicted. He was trying to get his memorabilia back
in Vegas.
In Vegas. And he got 7 years for that. He got way more than he should have. It was just a judge trying to, even the score saying, "Oh, we didn't get enough. So I'm gonna make sure I get some kind of out of you." So yeah, he did go to jail, but he went to jail for something he was actually proven of done, and 12 jurors said he did. You know what I'm saying? And eyewitnesses and a whole bunch of other things. But I'm just saying is, I think before we jump to anything, we need to look at the facts. You know what I'm saying? Take the facts on both sides. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love it. Like sometimes you go into your conspiracy thing, because I'm saying, not everything's conspiracy. Maybe it sounds so far-fetched, but that's why it's really real, because you can't really believe that shit, it would go that far. You get what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
And so that's what I'm saying.
Nothing surprising.
So that's what I'm saying. Just do your homework. You know what I'm saying?
At least have an education.
Yeah. And don't just be going off the masses and stuff like that.
Don't be force-fed one way or the other. Don't be force-fed by conspiracy theorists, and don't be force-fed by the media, for sure. And formulate your own opinion.
And use your head. All right. We were going to talk about another subject, but I think we need to push that off to the next show, because I want to get longer. I want to give that more in depth. But let's talk about the NBA playoffs real quick, since we got a few minutes here. Coming up, they're a week away. We got a couple of teams. First of all, Mitch, before I get into predictions and stuff like that, this is definitely for you. All right. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you player one, and I'm gonna give you player two. Yeah. And I want you to tell me, who would you take, player one or player two? All right. So player one, he's averaging 25.5 points a game. Yep. Okay. 7.2 rebounds. Okay. 8.2 assists. Okay. He's shooting 53.8 from the field. Okay. 41.2 from three. That's player one.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay? Player two, he's scoring 27 points a game, 8.2 rebounds a game, 4.9 assists a game. He's shooting 47.2 from the field and only 37.9 from three. Which player are you taking?
I guess I'm taking player one, but I know that there's something behind it.
That's LeBron James.
But I don't think those numbers.
Yes, those are the those are the current numbers of today. I did it because I wanted to talk to you about this. So those are LeBron, and the second player is Jason Tatum.
Okay. No, hold on. Tatum's at 27.
No, 27,
27, 8, and
20, you look it up.
Yeah, 27.
I looked it up. I wrote them down for you.
27, 8, and 5.
No. Yeah, 20, I mean, 4.9 is I mean, that's what it is. That's the average.
But here's the other thing too. You didn't tell me that.
No. I just asked you. I just asked you what
the only
player
team.
was.
Hey, what team? The leader of the team with 62 wins.
No.
What? That doesn't count?
No. I was just going off players. I wasn't talking about the. Listen, I was just asking you what player you would take, not the team, whatever. I just wanted to say what player. All I'm saying is.
Well, based on just stats.
I'm saying based on stats.
Well, then based on stats, Luke is the best player in basketball.
Hey, I didn't believe that, but I wanted to see. I just wanted to see.
Of course.
I wanted to see.
You know what's funny?
I wanted to see if you would take a 39-year-old LeBron.
You know what's funny? I knew. I thought the first one was LeBron. I do question one of the numbers I heard, but I thought the first one was LeBron. I thought the second one was going to be KD until you said 38 on the. Oh, you said 47% on the field goal percentage. Yeah. Because KD's going to be a 53. You know, whatever. And you know and stuff. So I was waiting.
I had to throw that. You know I had to throw that in.
Yeah.
You know I had to throw that. Yeah, all right, let's go. Listen, I love me some LBJ. Everybody know that. I don't make no bones about it. I like rubbing Big Bird, you know.
Pause.
He just don't got that big beat in the head. But anyway, all right. We're running low on time. Who you got, man, going into the Western Conference right now?
First of all, I think it's going to depend on the seedings.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
Give me two teams coming out of the Western Conference.
Ooh, that is tough.
Yeah.
That is tough. Right now, for some reason, because this is the day and age of sports betting, I don't think Denver does.
Wow. Okay.
I actually think the Clippers.
Okay.
And then I think, this is going to sound crazy, but it's going to be either the Clippers and then one of the two, depending on who gets hot and who they give the breaks to, and either the Lakers or the Suns.
Okay. All right. Golden State?
No.
All right. You think that narrative's passed?
Not necessarily. I just don't think they're in unison, and you don't know. You would need a lot from Klay Thompson, a lot of consistency. And I know he's had some big games lately, but again, we'll see. You know, I don't know. We're going to see if he's lost a step, you know, or if he's still the old Klay Thompson. If he's the old Klay Thompson, anything's in play with him and Curry. But if he's lost a step, I just think there's not enough help, even though Kuminga plays well.
Right.
You know, and then Wiggins seems to have lost a step too. So
Gotcha.
I just don't think that, you know, again, just, you know, my 2 cents. Matchups dictate all, though. You know?
Who you got of these two teams?
Boston, of course.
Yep.
And then, I mean, here's interesting, depending on Giannis's injury, you know.
It says a calf in the street. Not Achilles, so.
Yeah. But honestly, I hate being a homer with the two major teams, but Boston and it's gonna be Boston and and Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Grady, who you got, man? Western Conference.
I'm just gonna pick the teams that I picked last season. OKC, I think.
Okay.
I mean, here's the one thing I will say. If Karl Anthony Towns comes back for the playoffs, which I'm not sure if they said he was or not, but he's been hurt.
Yeah, he's getting there.
I could see Minnesota taking out Denver. They match up well with Karl Anthony Towns. They have some size with him and Gobert. Yeah. So I could see them coming out of the West because I'm with Mitch. I don't believe in this day and age Denver's going to make it out. Yeah. And then in the East, you know, I really don't like Milwaukee. They haven't played well together at all. So I would see either the Celtics or The New York Knicks.
Yeah. I actually like that pick though. I like that name. The Knicks is sneaky, bro. They sneak. They get hot, and they still.
They picked up some good players with.
I like.
But now they did lose Julius Randle for the season, so he won't be back. So that hurts a bit.
Yeah.
If they would have had him, I would feel more confident in that pick. But
I do.
Jalen Brunson's been balling lately,
Yeah.
and so I think that'll be a tough matchup.
Gotcha. Yeah, I actually like that, but I actually think they're gonna let the Nuggets come out in the West. I mean, Jokic is going to win his third MVP again this year. They're going to try to tie the three, in the three, with the Denver Nuggets. So I see them coming out in the West, and then I see what they wanted last year. I see the Celtics. I mean, definitely coming in because they wanted that matchup last year, and then fucking the Heat came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But I think. The Celtics sometimes they play down to their caliber, and I think they're going to get to the playoffs and they're going to put it together. Plus, they're going to get like a week's rest before coming in and get everybody healthy and ready to go. They're going to take care of business definitely. But all right, we come to the end of the show. Give me quick thoughts of the day. Quick.
All right, I'll go real quick since we know we always got to mention Diddy.
Yeah.
Diddy or Diddy. No, I'm just going to say my thought of the day is it still okay to play Diddy music?
That's a great question.
I mean, Girl Part 2 has always been my jam. So.
Listen, it goes back to what we talked about earlier. I'm not equating what he did musically with what he's accused of doing now. So yeah, I'm still rocking with Diddy. I still listen to R. Kelly. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What about you, Nick?
What? Listen to Diddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll still check out a jam or two. I haven't bought any new albums, though. I'll tell you that.
All right, what you got there?
Mine, we mentioned OJ died of prostate cancer. It definitely can be a deadly form of cancer. Also, very easily to detect. So, if you're not a person that normally goes to the doctor and gets checkups, every once in a while, go in and get a PSA test, blood test done. They can easily tell if there's elevated proteins that may show that you could be developing or have prostate cancer. The earlier you catch it, the better your odds are. So even the people out there like, I don't go to doctors, I don't do this. It takes 10 minutes to go get a blood work done and to get a blood work markup and find out, and tell them to do a PSA test. They can do it, in the same test they do to check your everything else. And, just make sure that you're good because, you don't want to find out when the doctor's telling you, hey, that's terminal or, you're stage 4 and you might not have some time to live. So definitely, even if you're scared of needles, you don't like giving blood, whatever the case may be, it's simple and painless. Go get the test done and make sure you're checking yourself, all the men out there. So
there you go. Hey, mine is about this internet. I'm getting tired of these fucking trolls, okay? Here's my thing, man. I'm going to tell you, if you like trolling, you're a bitch, okay? Straight up, man. You got these keyboard gangsters out there that thinking, and when you go out the front door, you scared of the motherfucker. If you are confident to say something over the internet, say it to somebody's face. You know what I'm saying? See what the fuck happens and stuff like that. But on that note, we out.